The No Fate channel, checking in. On this episode of the Supplement Review, I am going over the most hyped, the most requested pre-workout of not only 2020, but 2021. That's right, we're gonna discuss why Guerilla Mode pre-workout is so hyped, and I'm gonna give you my review. But if this is your first time to the channel, give this video a like and hit that red subscribe button. On this series, I just review a supplement on every episode to help you decide if it's right for your fitness goals, your health needs, and most importantly, that hard-earned money. So the pre-workout is Guerilla Mode pre-workout, but we gotta take a step back. Who owns Guerilla Mode? Who is running the ship? Who's leading the cause? And it is Derick from More Plates and More Dates. And that's part of why this pre-workout is so hyped. I'll tell you straight away, he's been around for a hot minute. If you watch his YouTube channel, More Plates, More Dates, Derick is good on the mic. Not only does he know what he's talking about with regards to supplements, with regards to performance-enhancing products, with regards to hair care, he is just good on the mic. I think his channel started off as a dating site on how to, just get girls and ask them for their number and stuff like that. That's how far back his channel has gone. And frankly, it blew up in 2020 because he got a number of mentions on the biggest podcast ever. The Joe Rogan Experience is the biggest podcast in the world. And Joe Rogan had mentioned him and his channel a few times, and that caused his channel to go to the stratosphere. It went from I think 350,000 up to 874,000 subscribers, tons and tons of views. He puts out multiple videos a day. And not only that, he has a TRT clinic for those of you who want to get yourself tested and stuff like that. He's got a hair clinic if you want medical grade hair products. He's got a whole bunch of different enterprises. He has a podcast. He is everywhere. So the supplement company itself is GorillaMind.com. Their claim to fame is this pre-workout, which we're going to dive into, but they also have an energy version. They've got a pump version. They got EAAs. They got everything. And I haven't reviewed anything from them. I've been trying to get my hands on it, and I finally got 2 sample packs. That's right, 2 sample packs. Typically, I do like to dive into the whole bottle, use it 4, maybe even 5 times before I do my review, but we're gonna go off of 2 sample packs. So straight away, Guerilla Mode pre-workout. Let's go over the ingredients and kind of dive in on where this thing stands with regards to the ingredients, with regards to high stim versus low stim, if this is gonna be right for you, and if the hype is legit. So let's go over the ingredients. I got my little cheat sheet here. Then we're gonna go over my personal experience, the taste, obviously the cost, is it worth it? And then we're gonna dive into the hype. Is the hype real? Is this the end all be all of pre-workouts? So let's dive into the pumps for Guerilla Mode pre-workout. L-Citrulline, 9 massive grams. Anything over 5 is a great dosage. 9 is savage. It's really at the peak of what your body could even take and deal with. Remember, with some of these ingredients, at a certain point, more isn't going to do you any better, but 9 grams is savage. Then they do what I like to see. They don't just do one big mega dose of one ingredient. They do multiple ingredients because I happen to think different ingredients attack your body in a different way and your body responds in a different way. So I like to see a lot of different ingredients. Glycerol powder at 3 grams and then Agmatine sulfate at 1 gram. A really strong, savage pump dosages there. Then we've got for focus. We've got L-Tyrosine 1.5 grams. Anything 1 gram or over, I love to see for L-Tyrosine. We've got Huperzine A at 400 micrograms, and anything 100 micrograms or over, that's 4 times the amount I like to see. And now for energy. You want to know if that stim package is everything it's claiming it is, or if it's lying to you. Okay, the main stimulant, obviously caffeine anhydrous, 350 milligrams. I happen to love that dosage amount. It's way more than you need, but it definitely does the job without sending you into heart attack city or giving you the shakes, especially depending if you've used pre-workouts before. 350 is really a good sweet spot, even though it is a lot. They also put in Araya J at 350 milligrams, another solid dose of Araya J, and they put in creatine. Don't know why they put in creatine in here. That's one of the things that I'm curious why they put that in here. They put creatine at 5 grams, and I love creatine. I take creatine, but I just don't think it belongs in a pre-workout. I think it's so inexpensive that it's better to leave it out because people can take it on the side, because some people just don't like creatine in their pre-workout. The other thing that they put in here that is surprising me is Kana. They put Kana in here, and I know Kana as a product that's supposed to kind of help balance out your mood, and I don't know if they put this in here to kind of help balance out the caffeine, but just one of those products. I wish they would probably had swapped that out for like a low dose of L-Theanine, but that's just me splitting hairs. I just didn't like to see that in here because I always see of Kana as like more like a bedtime aid to kind of calm you down and kind of help you kind of relax. Also, no beta-alanine, right? They put in no beta-alanine. Now, for some of you, that is a deal breaker. For me, I'm not that big on beta-alanine. I like it, it's inexpensive, but I don't think I need it in my pre-workout. If you really wanted beta-alanine, you could buy a huge bottle of it for like 2 cents a serving and just throw that in when you mix your pre-workout. I'm not a big proponent of beta-alanine. I like to see it, but most people only like beta-alanine because it gives them the tingles, and that's their mental response that, oh, I'm getting tingles, it must be working. But overall, the fact that they don't have beta-alanine in here, not a deal breaker. Ideally, I would like to see them kick out the beta-alanine, kick out the creatine, kick out the Kana, put in beta-alanine, and then put in a little bit of L-Theanine. But that's the ingredients. Let's quickly talk about taste and cost. This thing, one of the claims to fame on this product is that it comes in like every flavor you can imagine. If you go to Amazon, if you go to their website, guerrillamode.com, and use my code NOFADE247, you can get whatever flavor you want. That's a really good thing because some people love coconut like me and some people hate coconut. I was able to try their tiger's blood. I got 2 servings of their tiger's blood and it tasted good. And again, I like coconut. Again, it wasn't great. Keep in mind, on pre-workouts that are kind of more like the everyday driver, my expectation is that the flavor should be money. This one was good, but not on the great side. I wish the flavoring was better, but they've got so many. There may be a great one out there. Overall, though, it is definitely drinkable and not going to be something that is going to be an absolute deal breaker. What about the cost? If you go to their website or if you go to Amazon, you're going to find these for about $2 per serving with my code NOFADE247. Unfortunately, in 2021, that's what we're seeing for pre-workouts, whether it's a high stim or even some of the lower stim ones. The pre-workouts are starting at like $1.50 and up. So the fact that this is a well-hyped, well-known, well-marketed pre-workout at $2 per serving, that's what you should be expecting to pay. Clearly, you can get more of a budget pre-workout. They're out there. You could take caffeine pills. There's a lot of ways to save money on your pre-workouts, but if you want to buy one of the newer, more hyped pre-workouts, you're going to have to pay the money. Regardless of whether you go with Guerilla Mode or another company, the pre-workout costs are just going up because the ingredient costs from overseas manufacturers are going up, and they're putting that cost right back into you. So, how did it actually handle in the gym? I'll tell you straight away, the pumps were noticeable. I happen to find really good pumps with this product as expected. So on one hand, you could say the pumps were as expected, but I expected very good pumps. The pumps were great, really, really good pumps. Didn't miss the beta-alanine at all because obviously, as I mentioned, it's just that tingling sensation that tells your body, kind of like subconscious, that, oh, it's kicking in. The energy level is what I expected. The energy level is right in the middle. It's like no man's land, right in the middle of medium energy. For you high stim junkies, this is going to be an everyday driver. For those of you who've never had pre-workouts before, you're going to think this is a high stim pre-workout when in fact it isn't. For me, for my tolerance, this is an everyday driver for me, something that I could use 4 to 5 times a week and not bat an eye. For many of you noobs, people that never used pre-workout before, you easily could use this 2 or even 3 times a week and still get away with it without any issues. For you high stim junkies, this one is probably going to be something you're going to want to use on a lighter day because there's no crazy ingredients in here that you know what I'm talking about, and there's no crazy amounts of caffeine, and in fact there's only one version of caffeine in here. I wish they had used multiple versions of caffeine to give you a better kind of expanse of how that caffeine energy hits. And now it's time. It is time for Fate of the Union, where I give you my final thoughts on Guerilla Mode pre-workout and Derick from More Plates, More Dates. I'll tell you straight away, This delivered exactly as I expected. Very good, solid pumps, and a nice clean energy that delivered medium energy for me, something that you can definitely use every day. There's a few ingredients I wish they would swap out and a few ingredients I wish they would swap in, and frankly, the flavoring was good, but not great. You got to do better on the flavoring, especially if you're going to have an everyday driver. You need a flavor that just smacks. Is Guerilla Mode pre-workout overhyped? We've often seen celebrities try to put out a pre-workout, an energy drink, or even other supplements and hype them to the moon, and unfortunately a lot of those products just fall flat. I will tell you, Guerilla Mode is overhyped only because it gets so much press and so many people are begging me to review it. It's not a bad pre-workout. It gets the job done. The pumps are very good. The energy is clean, right in the middle where you were expected. In terms of the ingredients panel, for that $2 per serving, I would like to see them take out a couple things, put in a couple things, but that's me just splitting hairs. I happen to think if you find this on a sale or if you just happen to pick it up for yourself, you're not going to be disappointed. But there are a lot of other pre-workouts out there that absolutely are right in line or even above where this one lands, at least in my opinion. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments below. Have you tried Guerilla Mode pre-workout? Are you a fan of Derick from More Plates and More Dates? I happen to be a fan of his and a subscriber of his YouTube channel. I happen to think he delivers really good content, really honest content in a fun back and forth way with regards to the topics that he covers. Now, a lot of the stuff that he covers I don't typically I'm interested in, but the stuff that I do watch, I stick around to the end, and hopefully you stuck around to the end of today's video. As usual, thank you for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.